You're welcome to another episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. Today's episode is a topic and a question. The topic is, can IVF fail for a surrogate mother? Okay, so before I answer that question, I want to discuss what IVF is. IVF means in vitro fertilization. It's a fertilization that takes place outside the woman's body. How does it work? The woman's egg or the ovaries have been, stimulated, to get the follicles out and, get the eggs out. The eggs are being fertilized with the sperm in the IVF lab to generate the embryos. And these embryos will now be transferred into the intending mother or a surrogate mother. While in the process of doing the recording, there was a walk-in intended parent, and she narrated a story. She said she had 6 failed IVF, 6 failed IUI. So the question is this: if it fails for the intended mother, can it also fail for the surrogate mother? And the answer to that question is yes, it can. I would like to also digress a bit by talking or discussing factors or reasons why IVF failed in the first place. To start with, embryos are generated, and these embryos are coming from the woman and the man. Okay, so meaning that we are getting the eggs from the woman, and the husband is giving us the sperm, and these eggs and sperms are fertilized. Okay, so if the sperm has issues, meaning that the sperm is not good, or the eggs are of low quality, okay, yes, the fertilization could occur, but the embryos might not be in good quality. Okay, so you might even have embryo that reached up to day 5, getting to blastocyst, and at the end of the day, the genetic composition of the embryo is not still okay. If the embryos has issues, the chances are that implantation will not take place, and even if it does, most of the time it might result into miscarriage. So that is one issue to know, or that is one thing to keep in mind. Another reason why IVF failed, of course, has to do with it could be maybe the embryos are placed wrongly. Okay, so that's the hospital you're using. Okay, so that's why you need to select a good IVF hospital for your IVF. It could also be that some hospital would do blind transfer, so the embryos might not be placed correctly. Also boils down to the hospital you're using. It could also be that the quality of the drugs are not that good, because some FSH drugs are more better than others. So also this has to do with your hospital. So choosing a good hospital to do your IVF is very important if you want to increase your chances of having a successful IVF. Okay, so talking about this, I think the next reason why IVF also might fail has to do with the womb, which I would consider as the soil. Okay, because you might have the best seed, and if you plant it on the wrong soil, it will not grow. So also, if you have a very good embryo and you put it in a uterus that has issues, yes, the chances that there will be implantation is reduced. Okay, so what are the issues with the womb? Issues that could affect the womb are fibroids. There could be fibroids in there. There could be scars. That's adhesion in there. There could be adhesion. Maybe you've done a series of surgeries in the past that has caused that. Okay, so there could be polyps and septum in the womb and in the uterus. So all these could affect the success of your IVF. Okay. Yes, sometimes when you have had a failed IVF treatment, you might want to consider, maybe you might want to think you are the problem. Yeah, it's not too wrong to think towards that direction, but trust me, This is why you need to know the reason why your IVF treatment fails. Okay, so if you know the reason why your IVF failed, then you'll be able to take your decision whether using a surrogate mother could help you to navigate that. Okay, so maybe if your IVF treatment, fails due to uterine issues, okay, maybe the womb has issues, yes, using a surrogate mother would help you to increase your chances. Maybe that issues has been causing miscarriages for you, yes, using a surrogate mother would help you to, but if the issue is because of your eggs or the sperm, the same fate would apply to the surrogate mother. Okay, so it is what you're giving her that she would grow. Don't forget that we practice gestational surrogacy where the surrogate mother is not genetically related to the baby she's carrying. So before you venture into surrogacy, if the reason why you want to do surrogacy is because you've been having repeated failed IVF treatments, it is very important you have a discussion with your doctor to know why your IVF has been failing. Okay, so that would help you to come to a decision whether using a surrogate mother would help to increase your chances of pregnancy. So coming to the question, of course you know what the answer is. So you need to weigh all this and see which maybe using a surrogate mother would help you out. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this topic. Thank you for watching today's episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. Looking forward to seeing you in my next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for your inquiries and consultation, kindly call the number showing on your screen. And also don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, where we are in fact, the most active social handle is on our Instagram. So follow us at Meet Surrogate Mothers to catch up with us. Okay? Thank you and God bless.